Yeah! Well, to know that the gavel's calling, let's get this session started. Hey, folks, grab a seat. It's time to get the scoop. Bakers in session, serving justice with a whoop. From sunny Cali courts to the heartland's dusty halls, we'll spin the yarns of trials big and small. Oh, Baker in session, tales old and brand new. Some make you laugh, some will leave you in a stew. Gavels dropping beats, witnesses take the stand. Join the fun, y'all, across this great land. Hey. Classic papers like OJ or that moonshine bust. Fresh headlines steaming hot. In Baker we trust. Murder in the Midwest, scams down south so sly. We'll break it down with grins, no need to cry. East Coast embezzlers, West Coast wild rides. Supreme Court showdowns where the big shots collide. From petty thefts to plots that twist and turn, Baker's got the stories that'll make you learn and burn. Oh, Baker in session, tales old and brand new. Some make you laugh, some will leave you in a stew. Gavels dropping beats, witnesses take the stand. Join the fun, y'all, across this great land. Famous folks in hot seats, underdogs who win. We'll cheer the verdicts, dive right in. Coast to coast adventures in the name of the law. Baker's here to share it without a single flaw. Hit subscribe, don't miss the legal ride. Baker in session where the laughs collide. Hey, how radio roll.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what if any you might be, and welcome to this Unity stream that is all about holding hands, touching me, touching you. Oh, oh, sweet Carol Sue. Bam, bam, bam. Good times never been this good. So good, so good, so good. I never found bow, 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 to be blah, blah, bum, 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 bum. When it began, ooh, Yuri didn't know to speak no English. Then he started tweeting, and now he might be in ethical problems. Woo, English is hard if it's your third language, but you should have standards. Now you might be in Belarus crosshair. Woo. There will sometimes be singing at the late night streams. Welcome one, welcome all. 6:30 in the morning. Got some sleep, got ready, watched a bit of Turtle Boy. He keeps going longer and longer, that a-hole. 6 a.m. is my spot, and he just keeps on going. We now have beef. I now have beef with Valhalla, Will the Glare, and Turtle Boy. No other way about it. So tomorrow, follow me on my expose about how Turtle Boy is a narcissistic man pig who is a pig that is manly. Well, good morning, Skybell. Valhalla, this is why we have beef. T-Rex, you just go out there and take care of those lot lizards, and I'll provide the song to it. He played the song 3 times in his concert at Fenway. Did Yuri do a concert in Fenway? Hellfish, you're so good finding stuff. Aiden talked about two other Yuri posts. I only got the one about infrequent. Can you find the other two, maybe? Because you don't like my singing. There's no other reason. Have I been watching any American football this year? I am a Giants fan, so I watched the first game of the season, and then I think, well, that fuck, it's gonna be shit like last year, and then I don't watch anymore. No, I've actually watched more. I watched more American football this year. I just put on whatever Sunday game is playing whenever that when I get into my comfy chair, and I'll just see what's on. I haven't been watching regularly since Eli stopped playing because the Giants has been shit since then. You prefer a man bear pick? Well, Aiden is a man bear pick now. If Grant can be a towel, Aiden can be a man bear pick. Are you going to work on it now? Thank you so much. And I like your little cartoon. Good morning, Jesus. But no, Unity streams where we kind of talk about everything and nothing. And if you want to talk about nothing, you need to go and check out Valhalla's Goats Kids. They had the Thunderdome earlier when I was watching. They were fighting who gets to stand on the bucket in the middle of the room. And I don't want to say anything about how Valhalla is raising his kids, but the white one was really mean to the black ones. I'm just saying. But as you might have inferred from my little song and the title of the show, we're going to talk a little bit about ethics, because ethics is a funny thing. You can have them, you can pretend to have them, and you can just say, fuck it. I don't care because I am a police officer, and I'm going to go on the Twitch twat. I thought this was a public profile, and then it was protected later. Apparently, it's been protected for a long time. If this is the real Yuri Bukaki, this could be quite a new thing for a police officer. As I post in frequently when I do, it's usually noteworthy. The struggle, the conflict is straightforward. It is a contest between decency, justice, and order versus evil, chaos, and lunacy. They need your support, every donation, regardless of the amount. What is this man talking about? Is he talking about the Red Cross and why you should support them, give them some money so they can help starving kids in Kuala Lumpur? No. He is directly linking to the McAlbert's fundraiser, the Testify, which to me seems like it's a big church, and the rest of it looks like they've stolen the graphic from someone who is running as a Democrat. Most concerned, people can part with their money all the way they want. It's not my money. I don't give a F. But the McAlberts have this went up Saturday, Sunday, and they've now reached $53,000. $53,000 have been raised for the McAlberts. Not donated to, but promoted by a police officer who testified that there was no reason to investigate these people. That, in my opinion, is a big ethical. I have the first one you sent to me, Hellfish. That to me is a really, really big ethical problem. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I didn't have this one because he also shared this one. I'm just going to leave this here. Take a look and decide for yourself. This is where he directly links to the McAlbert's fundraiser. A police officer who is investigating people need to have some sort of hands-off approach. This is clearly taking a side in a case that he should never ever take a side in. A police officer is there to find the truth. He's not there to make a moral determination and say this is about this is who is decent on the side of justice and order, and who is evil, chaos, and lunacy. Because all of you people are now evil, chaos, and lunacy advocates. Every one of the, I would say, hundreds of thousands that followed the Karen Reed case on the pro Karen Reed YouTube streamers are bad people. This is what Mr. Bukaki has determined, because if you don't support the House defendants, you are a bad person. That's not, you can have all the opinions you want as a police officer, but you keep them to yourself because you have to be unblemished if you go to court. Probably this is why Mr. Betterow, who is always good, is saying if anyone has documented proof that a taxpayer funded public servant who works for the Massachusetts State Police, who investigated and or is a witness against Karen Reed or Aiden Carney, is actively promoting a fundraiser for witness adverse to the above named individuals, please send me or Brad Law PC copies ASAP. Because this is a big this is a really big ethical violation, in my opinion. Hey, good morning, Gerda. How is you're now ahead of me, so you're probably already up and running down in South Africa. Uh, why isn't there an open investigation into John O'Keefe's death murder? Because the people who are supposed to investigate John O'Keefe's death murder are the same people who just told you that the House defendants are the good people. This is why this is a big old ethical problem. I don't know if you need to be sub 70 IQ to work for Michael Morrissey's DA's office. But if you are taking sides in a case where the defendant was found not guilty, and all the evidence presented in court, even the one the Popo gave us, clearly indicates that the people who has now raised $53,000, that ain't cheap. You have made a determination. There's no reason to look into them, even though you never you never dug that little bit deeper into the hole and saw, well, they didn't believe Karen Reed did it. We fingered her within 14 hours. Was it 14 hours? They already knew she absolutely did it, even though they hadn't found most of the evidence yet. But if you go into it with this mindset that he just showed he has, that the House defendants are on the side of law and order, and Karen Reed is an agent of chaos, this man cannot and should not have anything to do with her or Aiden's case. This man, if this is his real account, which everyone is saying because it was made in 2013 and has been in protected mode for a long time, his Facebook is saying the same, he will now be faced at the first question when he goes in the stand in a case against Aiden. Did you go into this case with an open mind? And he's going to say, I know Ranasumi Engleski dra language dictionary, neranasumi, and they're gonna say, "Shut up, you idiot! You speak English fine because you've been in the military. You have to understand basic English. So drop the 'I'm a foreigner' act." I use it to play dumb online because it's a good act. Because a lot of Americans think, "Oh, they come from somewhere else. They must live in mud huts." We don't. We live in brick houses made from clay and manure. But he's now going to be asked, have you ever been objective in this investigation into Aiden when you clearly, the people you are here to testify that Aiden doxed, that Aiden harassed, that Aiden did all these bad things, you claim they are the good people. Have you ever been objective in this investigation, or did you just find all the pieces that would point to what you wanted? It's so stupid. An active duty officer in Massachusetts cannot advertise a fundraiser for witnesses in a case they worked, as it would likely violate laws regarding the misuse of public office uh, for personal for personal personal gain, and potentially soliciting in public buildings. Advertising such as fundraisers could be seen as leveraging the official position for personal benefits, could also conflict the laws. Yes, prohibit, prohibiting soliciting funds in public buildings for non-public purposes. And this is the big old problem because he is putting his badge behind a fundraiser. But Baker, you manatee loving weirdo, he isn't saying, "I'm a cop, I'm gonna do it." He's Yuri Bukaki. This would be the same as if Valhalla's favorite quarterback, Tom Brady. No, Valhalla. He probably loved Aaron Rodgers more because he was a cheesehead. If he went out there and said, "Well, I believe that we should make this or that illegal," people wouldn't see that as a person just making a statement. They would see it as star quarterback, which NFL would have a big old problem with because even though he never mentioned it, his fame from the NFL will then be used to paint this worthy cause. That might be a big problem. Maybe he's arguing that you should recognize Australia as a real thing, which we all know is a lie. Australia isn't real. It's in a dome in Ohio. But maybe he goes out there and say, star quarterback Aaron Rodgers is supporting Australia. The NFL would very, very fast go to him and say, "You better retract that. First of all, you can't lie. You can't make up countries. Second of all, you're putting our brand name behind your endorsement, and we are not insane. We know there is no such thing as Australia." But this guy is now using his credibility as a cop, and credibility as a cop is really important because we have to trust you. We give you taxpayer money to protect us. Buy you a badge, buy you a pew pew, so you can protect us and be morally better than us in reality, because we have to believe they will do the right thing. We know it's not the real thing, but that's the idea. That's why we give the police so much power that we give them, because they are supposed to be moral, outstanding citizens. And now he's going out here and telling you that you are a bad person. Thank you, Unsolved Amy, for 8 months with the Baker Crew. I take what back? I will never recognize Australia as a real country. Everyone knows that there's no room. I've done this more times than one, and I'm going to do it again. You have the celestial turtle. On the back of the celestial turtle is where the world is. You have America over here, Europe here, and Asia here. There's no room for Australia on the celestial turtle. It's just science. If you believe in science, you believe in the celestial turtle, and everyone knows the world is resting on the back of the celestial turtle. There is no room for Australia because that's where the feet is on the celestial turtle. I didn't make the universe. I can only tell you how the universe is actually built. And it is on the back of the celestial turtle. That's why we have the curvature of the earth, because the shell of the celestial turtle. Well, facts over feelings. It's the mountain ranges. They are barnacle on the belly. They would get scraped off. Turtles don't have a lot of barnacles. I am reasonable certain Australia is not in the dome in Ohio. Maybe Utah or something, but not Ohio. I've heard Ohio, but I'm willing to be have my mind changed about that. I need to leave West Western New York. I'm terrified of Australian wildlife. So am I. Well, so glad you caught me, Legal Blonde. Hey, Burger. So it was 2 tweets and a Facebook post. They are all in the Better Rose comments in his, as well as some memes about it too. Well, let's see if I can find the other one. This is the one I've shared. This is the one you gave me. Give me the Facebook. Give me the Facebook. Just to see if it has any different wordings. Um, I can't see the other one. No, but irregardless, that one's for you, Sue. This is in my opinion, is a big ethical problem. We all heard a ton of rumors, that a lot of these cops have been rehomed, sent somewhere else, might not even be cops really anymore. The truth to that, I don't know, because nothing has come out there so far. But is this his way of doing a rebellion? Because this should give him another ethical violation with close that another ethical violation with the board, because this guy he doesn't know what the rules are. I believe all of them are too they're too used to being doing whatever the him and Proctor, as I've said many a time, in my opinion, was the they were the they were the goon squad. They were the people you send out when you needed someone to get the message. They would send out Yuri and Proctor to make sure people got the message. His behavior, his attitude, the day he arrested Karen Reed for the second time in his way too tight pants. Don't trust a man in slim jeans. It's something's wrong with them if they like that constant nut crushing feeling. Don't trust a man like that. And they probably were the ones you could send out because they didn't care. They really liked doing it. And cops shouldn't be like that. Cops shouldn't be the ones who really like doing stuff like this. They should say, "What? Why am I going out to this private business owner and standing saying, you better do not better not show out up outside of D&E Pizza." This is, to me, this is a big old problem. Yes, thug enforcers. I always think about what's the movie? The It's about Los Angeles and Cohen, and it's with Sean Penn, but Gangster Squad, I think it's called, where they have this squad of enforcers that goes out there and take care of problems and go beyond what they're allowed to. And again, if it's the DA's office who send people out and pressure people, who's the one who's gonna press charges? It's the DA's office who sent the people out to do it in the first place. And in a state like this, where you have absolute control of all the power, because from the governor's mansion to the dog catcher, everyone is part of the same political party. Everyone is forced into the same political machine. There are no room to do anything else. So you just accept it and close your eyes, because why would I lose my job as dog catcher because someone else is doing something bad? Hey, I'm up for promotion in 2 years. I don't want to lose my good things. And that's the problem you have when the entire state is just one. Yes, Gangster Squad. Thank you, Hellfish. Uh, when everyone is playing for the same team, that team will get corrupt. That is my best opinion about it. It was so gross. He was hard. Yes, I and maybe he was stuffing a sock down there, because men in skin tight jeans. I'm sorry, ladies, unless you're playing in an 80s hair band, there should be no attraction to men in skin tight jeans. It's just not natural, and they have skinny legs, or else they couldn't wear those leg hoggers. Get a man with some meat on the bones, because then there's more pushing for the cushion. This is Nightstream. Baker says stupid stuff. Mhm. And now we're talking drop bears. Hey, questions. But I really like that Betero is on it like a tick on a drop bear's ass. Another new thing I heard when I was watching Turtle Boy: Cosgrove is alive. Yes, everyone, let's see you later, Danny. Um, Cosgrove apparently is alive. He has now filed 25 pages in answer to the mega motion. Only 5 days late, I believe it is. And apparently he's asking for more time, because even though he got more time when the judge said, you better fucking get a hurry on the last time they were in court, um, he's now asking for more time because he underestimated how much time he would need. Because at the same time, Cosgrove is still trying to open up a collusion trial between Karen Reed and Aiden Carney. That was reported yesterday in Boston 25 that they are still looking at the phones, trying to make it stick. This is the same allegations one grand jury have said, go fuck yourself. And they are still trying to do it now, where we're going to find out that Yuri Bukaki is a partisan hack. We know Krusty Pansies was an agent for the state. Lindsay Gitani is going to drop something that probably is going to point a lot of fingers to the people working for the DA's office, is my big hope about that. And you're still trying to go on with this collusion because it seems like they just want to get Karen for something. And this is why you can't get done with the other shit you charge the man with. I know it's not going to happen, but this should be struck down with prejudice because they are incapable of moving forward. They are constantly backpedaling. If you can't bring it to trial, you have to drop the charges. That's absolutely insane. Hey, Lucy Snake, how are you doing? Yes, Kosiji has shown proof of life because he's filed a 25-page motion. Aiden was notified during his live stream tonight in their group that the lawyers had been served with an answer, and he read part of it, and it was asking for more time to write a response. And we know that he has time enough to try and couple together a conspiracy charge against Aiden and Karen Reed for harassing witnesses. Are you going to call Yuri Bukaki to the stand and talk about how your investigation showed they were colluding? While Yuri Bukaki is actively trying to promote the people that they allegedly harassed. Let's see how that's going to work out for you, Cussy G. It's so stupid. They have made it personal. They didn't like that Karen Reed was freed. They want her to pay for something. Are you shitting me? I knew he was slow, but damn slugs move faster. Well, he's an old man. So Tupac did like 20 albums after he dies. A 25 complaint ain't shit. No. Why does Cossie get so much time? He only has one case. Well, that's for the court to tell us, because they should already have been out pulling his leg when he didn't keep the deadline. Can you reject? Can the court reject his answers that wasn't filed in a timely manner? We can't go to court on December 5th now because this asshole cost us 5 days. And now he's going to make Aiden's team go tell the judge, well, judge, this guy cost us 5 days. We need 5 days more to prepare. Well, we're going to punt the case till March. I am in a strong belief that both Betterow and Bradel are ready to go on December 5th, no matter what's in those 25 pages. Of course, we're going to look at them and see if there's anything good. I think most of it will just be, but he's a meanie. But this is a tactic to try and get the defense to go into court and say, well, we need more time now because he violated the deadline. And then the judge can get mad at the defense team because I just gave you more time and now you're going to come in here and why are you never prepared? I think that's what I'm thinking is his idea behind this. Cussy G is an old fart who has nothing to do but look at this trial. Why is he fiddling around with the phones that has been in the possession of the cops since 2023, and they never looked into it till after Karen Reed was freed? It screams bias. It screams setup. That's just what I'm saying. They need to drop all the cases against Aiden. They are all a bunch of hypocrites. Yes. I am validating your feelings just so you know. I'm supporting the chat's emotions. Don't support anyone's emotions. This is exactly that. Aiden would be in jail if he did anything like this. If his lawyer did anything like this. Remember when Andy Bev screamed at Karen Reed's team for paying $20,000? She didn't scream at Adam Lally, who lied, who provable lied to her about getting results from a laboratory. Never ever mentioned anything. But Karen Reed's defense team paying a bill that was sent to them, they didn't really know what it was for, but they thought, well, fuck it, we're just going to pay it so we don't get we don't have any problems moving on. For something as stupid as transport uh, and hotels, that was a big no-no, and I'm going to kick Alan Jackson all the way back to California. But Lally, who constantly for 2 years lied to Bev about the material he sent to the lab, we know from the lab technicians that he never, ever followed up on it. That's not a problem. And this is the same old shit we are seeing in this thing. What happened yesterday with Krusty? Well, her lawyer has a personal emergency. We can't move on. There should be an emergency hearing today because that manatee looking ogre has kept kicking the can down the road. There should be an emergency hearing today saying, well, you were ready to go yesterday just because you had a family emergency. Fuck that. You go to court today. That emergency is done. If someone went to the hospital, they are in the hospital now. That's fine. You are in court this morning, 9 a.m., and you have your defendant next to you. And we're going to do this. Well, the court doesn't have the time. We'll make the time. Every single time, it's someone who lies to the benefit of the Commonwealth. Everything is just, well, let's push it. Every time someone does something that the Commonwealth doesn't like, off to prison you go. Off to prison. Off to prison. That's a big old problem. They're also vegetarian, and I'm pretty sure she's not. I think she lives on the only vegetarian meal she does is beer. Yes, the lack of accountability is gross. They also bribed someone with a ham sandwich. Did he laugh at the jokes they talked about when they were talking about Welcher? Did he laugh at the jokes? I would, because Welcher was not Welcher, Shannon. One of them they talked made jokes about. He had time to write 25 pages of why he needed more time. Could have put those 25 pages to better use. Well, we don't know what's in the 25 pages. We just heard Aiden write something. After seeing how many suckers have donated to the McAlberts, I can see why they want to wait until after the elections, and I hope they do drop it with Turtle Boy. The big thing is, I really like what that Dietz, whatever his name is, what he's saying. There will be a problem potentially that he can't investigate the cases that he had when he was at the Fed level, but he can make policy changes because someone said, well, he can't go in and do anything. So it's, let's get that Duan lady elected. Well, I read her homepage. I really don't like the signals he's sending, and maybe he can't investigate the John O'Keefe death, but he can fucking clean house because he knows all the rotten apples, and he can go in there and fire people. He can do internal investigation. I would rather have that because, as I said way before the first trial, there will never be justice for John O'Keefe because they chose not to investigate John O'Keefe's death. They chose to investigate how to frame Karen Reed. They will never have evidence that can stick up in court, only if someone inside the house, and there will be no one unless something magical happens. No one will sing. No one has any reason to sing. So there will never, ever be justice for John O'Keefe, as I see it. The best we're going to get is the McAlberts get slapped around the face and in a civil trial might be in some fashion alluded to being the ones who did it. Kind of like they want to try to do it in a civil court because they couldn't prove it in a criminal court. In a civil court, they want them to say Karen Reed did it. Karen Reed want a civil court to say the McAlberts did it. But there will never, ever be justice for John O'Keefe. It is the sad truth. But you will never, ever have the evidence to convict because we saw during two trials what evidence they have. And there is not enough evidence there to point fingers at someone. Unless someone talks or a magical ring cam appears that shows something, there will never be justice for John O'Keefe. And that's the sad truth about it. uh Krusty had it planned. She even knew the date and time she and her lawyer wanted it set to next. Well, Krusty can't have it planned because then her lawyer lied to the court. If her lawyer lied to the court, he will be in ethical violation of his duties as an officer of the court and could be disciplined or even have his bar license revoked. So he has not been lying to the court. He might have contacted her beforehand and said, I'm not going to be there today. I've talked to the clerk. We're going to do it on this day instead. Because the lawyer has to follow certain rules. That's what I'm saying. We started with mud. Now we have a mud pit and everyone is buggered. I think so. And that is sad, but I think you're right. I'm always right, except when I'm wrong. I hope we can all stand together against the McAlberts, regardless of all the YouTube drama. I don't think so. I think too many people has chosen sides, and too many people wanted to choose sides. Too many people wanted to dethrone the king, especially on the YouTube creator sides, to become the king. And in your, I saw this today and I responded to it because I hope that Karen Reed will win her civil suit. It's going to be a long ass wait till it to happen. And everyone who's saying, oh, we're going to get depositions. No, we're not, because they can't leak them. There will be a gag order on it. We're not going to see the depositions until trial starts. So it's going to be a long, boring lead in to potentially a good case. But if Karen Reed, just based on what I showed you before, where the McAlberts outraises her 10 times the amount she's raising, that's a big old sign saying warning. And if people who are fighting for Karen Reed is using language like this, newsflash for the uneducated: life cost money, court cost money. And this is here's a list of some things that actually have to be paid for by Karen with actual money and no job due to still being in full-time litigation fighting to clear her name for a crime she did not commit. If this is the language people are using to get unity and to get support back behind Karen Reed, this is not gonna work. I don't know Boston Brandy. She follows me. I used to follow her, but with language like this, where she calls people uneducated, I stopped following her because I think it's divisive. And I'm probably going to get shit on for not following her. I've done that before. But I don't think that this is the language we need to use. You don't need to sit in every single stream that has to do. I saw it was on Jess Machado's show yesterday. One person was constantly typing in chat how bad Turtle Boy was, how Turtle Boy was a misogynist, he's a narcissist, he hates women, he doing everything. You don't need that right now. Mistakes have been made by. I don't think Karen Reed is the one who made these mistakes. I believe someone in her sphere thought we need to get away from Turtle Boy because we still have these potential collusion to commit a crime charges hanging over us. So it would probably be a good idea to get as far away from Turtle Boy as we can, just uh, just to put some distance between us. But when they then started the YouTube pylon to paint Turtle Boy as a misogynistic man pig who shared or who wiretapped Karen Reed, I think they expected, and that's why they started with the Australian crew. Aussies, you know I love you. That's why I make fun of you. That's why they started with the Australian crew to try and put some feelers out there. And yes, it worked. People were like, "Oh yeah, we never really liked Turtle Boy. He's a meanie, and he calls ladies bad words. He's such a misogynist." And they thought, "Oh my God, Aiden is vulnerable. People are actually going on this pylon." And then you got the next level, which was the creators to start shitting on Aiden. And with doing that, you ruined the Free Karen Reed movement because you made us choose sides. Because you said you couldn't like Turtle Boy because Turtle Boy was bad. And then you put Olivia into it as well. And then the pylon kept growing. And because there has been a lot of tension between people, this was the catalyst that make everyone fucking blow up. So everyone got knives out and start stabbing each other in the back on the Twit Sweat. I have not seen women be this crazy and attack each other. And I'm sorry, yes, ladies, it is mostly you because I can't keep track on who is the biggest bitch that we all hate. Every day I open Twitch Sweat, it's someone new. And everyone is piling in on this. No one is talking about Karen Reed's fundraiser other than Boston Barbie and a few other people who are trying to keep it newsworthy. But if you go out and tell people that they are uneducated if they don't understand life costs money, and when I said maybe don't antagonize people by calling them uneducated, and then she said, "Well, that's not how I meant." Well, rule one in giraffe language is it's always upon the one who sends the message to make sure the receiver understands it. Newsflash for the uneducated is not. Well, I was just trying to say something. Um, it depends on if you called court and said I can't be there today. Uh, Only thing I take personal with everything since a couple of days ago is Nan Gallagher. I used to watch her all the time. Then the mofo tweeted about kids. No hardline. My husband has already told them that that's once it's all done. That once it's all done, he's going to let them know that he's willing to pay. Um, I don't know. Boston Brandy boots on the ground. It was her TV we used to watch on the sidewalk of court. Then why is she attacking everyone? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Uh, I trying to figure out why people think that can tell anyone to do anything. It's my choice. Gerda, that's why I have been more open about what because I was doing the hey, let's all kumbaya and be friends. Um um but after Aiden's intervention stream the other day, I also said fuck it. Because they they broke up a great movement that could have supported Aiden, could have supported Kelsey, who could have supported Sandra Birdsmore, and could have supported Karen Reed. But they wanted you to only support Karen Reed. And I think that's where their PR struggle went wrong. I don't know who is the one informing Karen of what they believe she should be doing. I don't know if this is Karen doing what Karen is doing. I don't know her, never met her. I don't think she is a saint. I think she's a troubled person like all of us. Some people think that she is a saint, but I don't even know if she's Catholic. And I think you have to be that to go into sainthood. But if she's the one pulling the strings because she is angry at Aiden, she should go look at her fundraiser and say, fuck it, I did something wrong. Is it all about the money? Apparently it is, because this is what we can see on the media right now. All the people who chose to attack Aiden are now the same people who are out there saying, well, Karen still needs money. Um, well, if Karen needs money, then Karen needs to tell us. I don't know if you saw the fundraiser. It doesn't say anything. It says Karen Reed legal fund or something, and then $500,000. There's no explanation. You need to know why you are paying. This is set up by Alan Jackson. He should be smarter than that. Write a text. There's a fucking AI tool. You can just use that. Say we still need money for this and that, and people would probably say, well, we donated for her criminal case. We're going to do it again. She's outraised 10 times at least by the McAlberts. I don't care if it's the McAlberts feeding their own fundraiser to make it look like it's popular, but the optics of it is that she's not that popular. And if you listen to Billy Bush yesterday, um, I think she needs to go on some kind of PR tour. She's not going to go on Aiden. Let's be honest about that. I think they should. I think his offer of them doing a public beef quelling at a theater probably isn't a good idea, because emotion will run high and someone will say something really stupid. But I think she should go on a media tour. I think she should have sold her story back when it was hot. Because the only thing about these popular stories, the longer you wait, the less money you're going to get for it. And I don't know if they have a belief that there will be unlimited money to support Karen Reed. I don't have unlimited money. I stream almost every single day because I am fucking grifting all I can out of this train. I have a YouTube channel. I have to be here every single day so you don't forget me. That's what we know as YouTubers. We have to be regular. We need our brand muffin in the morning to be regular. If you stay out of the public eye and the only thing the public hears from you is a supposed tweet, not a tweet, comment in a YouTube chat, and then you send your people out to attack your enemies and try and guilt people into giving you money, it's not going to work. That's not how you get the crowd back behind you. It's really bad PR. Is all I'm saying. Neither Turtle Boy or Karen are classy. Do they need to be classy? I have never ever covered Karen Reed because she was a classy lady. I covered Karen Reed because she was unfairly charged by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I have been critical of Aiden. I think he had a problem thinking with the little head instead of the big head. I have said it before. He does things that I might not do, but I think he has been overcharged in a ridiculous way by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. That's why I believe it's important to keep his fight on the forefront as well. I have no problem of separating the art and the artist. No one should have any problem separating the art and the artist. The problem comes if the artists tell me you can only listen to my music. You can't listen to anyone else's music, or you are a bad person, because then they force me to take a stance. And I have said that, and that's why I have not gone into all of the shit that's went on for 3 months now. I believe it was the 23rd to 25th of September is when the pylon started. I didn't go into it because I don't want you to have to decide if I can watch Baker because I don't like or I do like certain people. Because I don't think as a creator, this is my job to make you force to choose between either you can watch Will Declarer, Ray from Dallas, and Aiden, or you can choose to watch Brian, Mike, and the JFK crew. Because that's kind of the two separate groups that we have seen people are fighting in these groups. I don't care if you think Mike is the greatest creator in the world. I don't care if you think Ray from Dallas is the best thing that happened to YouTube since Can I Pet That Dog? I just want you to come by my channel now and again and say, "Hey, Baker, you slutty old man beast," and I can say, "Hey, you know my DMs are open, girl," and I'll be fine because I don't believe that I should be part of these vendettas against each other. The big problem is by saying nothing, someone is saying everything, and it makes these divides grow deeper. The deeper they grow, the less support will be from one side, because clearly, if you just do the numbers, one side is losing big time. And when that side loses, who are the ones that you hoped was going to drive your support, you're in fucking trouble. I'm at nothing views tonight. We've been under 100 views most of the night. But I'm also just making these pop-up streams. But when channels that are twice, 3 times the size of mine get less than 50 viewers after they have taken a very clear position in this battle, you have a problem. Your PR machine did the wrong thing. I'm just saying. Yes, I will not tell you who to donate to. I will make links available to people I think needs a little help. I will not tell you to never ever. You can go donate to the McAlberts if you want to. It's your money. You can use them in any way you like. I'm not here to tell you. I'm here to show you what fundraisers is out there. I think is a good fundraiser. I'm not here to tell you the bad ones. Common sense, not much. Well, a lot of you because it's up now. Not talking as a creator, just as a human. Some people don't like Turtle Boy's ways, and some people don't like Karen's ways. I don't think that changed much, but Turtle Boy is 100% wanting people to take sides. It's gross, in my opinion. I have never ever heard Turtle Boy say, "I need to take sides." I think that's an interpretation you are making because you are listening to the other side who also wants people to take sides. Um, there was a coordinated effort. I did the crunching of the numbers yesterday. There was a coordinated effort made on a two-prong attack in this on Aiden and Olivia Nile, which started on September 25, the 27th to the 30th, involving shared narratives like recordings and credibility attacks. Patton suggested intentional harm. Coordinated actors was, all the names of the people who started it. Sharing evidence, trying to undermine Aiden and Olivia. Their post aimed to expose lies, but resulted in public shaming, threats, and division within the Fairy Can Read movement. This is me, what I got from AI. The drama appears designed to isolate them. Aiden is a divisive figure harming Karen Reed's image, according to this, and because Olivia is working for him. That's what AI sees out there. So, who came first, the chicken and the egg? Is it Aiden who is wanting people to choose sides, or is it the people who started all of this? Aiden is a shitty person who wants to divide. The Big Bang came first, the chicken and the egg, somewhere down the line from evolution. Olivia is a woman who has been, she came into prominence because she was getting a lot of kind of like sleuthy goosey, collecting a lot of evidence and had a lot of good stuff. I got to know her when I stole a lot of her homework and used it on my screens. She's now working for Aiden's defense, better row in some capacity. She's a good, not investigator, but what would you call it? She's good at collecting data and make it understandable. People were really interested in who she slept with or she didn't sleep with and why she didn't sleep with someone, which I think is redunculous, but also it happened exactly at the same time that everyone started saying that Aiden was a narcissistic man pig shit face who everyone should hate, which is just a little too coinkydinky for me. I've only had pleasant conversations. I know her mostly from the Twitch thread, and sometimes she comes into my chats as well. Hey, Ultra. The only people I think needs criticism are the bad actors. Krusty, Lindsay, McAlberts, the DA's office. As for YouTubers and their channels, that's easy for me. I just don't watch them if I don't like them. And that is what you should do. YouTube is yours. It's not mine. I cannot say, money, get in here. I'm streaming. I can deliver a product where you can say, I want to watch him. Or, oh, he's having an interesting guest on. I'm going to watch today. Or I can give you a product where you think, that's too fucking boring. I'm leaving. And you can leave. No one needs to watch anything I do. No one needs to watch anything on the channels I like. You are the only one who can decide what channel you are going to watch. The only thing you have to do, you have to follow BLT. It's my boyfriend over on the Twitch thread. He is all graped up and looking sticky, and it's working, boy. It's making me moist. Thank you, Ultra, for becoming a member from the worst channel ever. I've never watched one video of Turtle Boy. Not my thing. And I think that's perfectly fine. Because what does Mspire not do? Tell everyone else, well, you shouldn't be watching him, because Mspire is a grown-up person. She can say, nah, I like to watch Barnaby. I don't like to watch Bergerac. You have to be probably in Britain or European to understand those references. Oh, oh my God. An early morning retard, if I'm reading this one. You cop killer cultist whining about ethics is the height of hypocrisy. Cops have civil rights and the cop killer's case is over. So shut the fuck up, liars. Cops are allowed to support crime victims. These are the people we should be united to be against, because this is a clear example why we need asylums. People like this walks amongst us. For less than $1 a day, you can put people back in asylums where they can be taken care of. They can get those nice soft helmets, so when they walk into a wall because they can't figure out that the wall doesn't move, they won't get hurt. So if you're not supporting anything else, then please support Baker's Soft Helmet Foundation, where we try to give as many soft helmets to protect the heads of lunatics like this. Because imagine if their head injuries got worse than they already are. That would be really bad. Because why come into a chat and say stupid stuff like this? I, I really don't. I wish I understood why trolls are like trolls are. I think it must be some deficiency of D vitamin or something. Did someone call the ambulance? You got a padlock for my basement door. Carsey, I'm so glad that you finally got your briefs in order. I know you're a commando guy. I heard it the other day. Are you like me? It's not as much because the micronator needs air to breathe. It's more that the Christmas ornaments has gotten a little longer. We are men of advanced age, so the the Christmas ornaments are sadly getting so long that we need to air them out. Original Bergerac. I don't like the new one. I tried to watch it the other day. Don't like it. Thank you for supporting the soft helmet. Morrison reminds me of Fiskefrikadelle. Oh, Fiskefrikadelle is a good thing. Oh. Free balling in the free will. Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry, Teresa. Teresa, that's on you. This is a late night stream. I use cursive words and sing. So to protect your surroundings, always have your earplugs in. Isn't Barnaby and Bergerac the same actor? It is, but there is a new Bergerac, and that's a bad one. Oh, he's an alcoholic, and he has a strong mother-in-law who's. I stopped watching after about half an hour. I'm back watching the Sherlock series from New York with Lucy Liu. What the hell? Yes. Before we end today, because we talked about dividing and being stupid. Krusty the Clown, who Grant and Lindsay yelled at. I wish they wouldn't. Oh, that's another thing. You probably watched the video of Grant screaming at Krusty outside of court. And today, Lindsay did the same. It would be so much more effective if you didn't sound like you were huffing idiocy just before you started screaming. You just sound like lunatics when you're standing out there screaming. "Meow, meow, 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 meow." And hearing Lindsay yell makes me happy I'm not Frankie. Also, not having 3 kids with her is one of the things that makes me happy I'm not Frankie. But don't yell at Krusty. It would be way more efficient if you just approached her in a nice way and said dumb things that would make her look dumber. This screaming is just, again, it's kind of like back to the McAlberts. You're gonna make her a victim. Don't do that. Grant that can't give a deposition. Yeah, he can go to every court date except his own. Hey, mountain girl. I didn't know you were already doing my night stream. Well, I started at 6:30 and it's almost fuck it. It's almost 8 o'clock. I need to be in the gym. Oh, let's do this fast. Oh, we've been going for over an hour. Did I start that late? I must have started that late. I thought I started at 6:30. What the hell's going on with the clock? Well, apparently Krusty had brought a card with her to court today that Grant didn't take. This is these I'm not allowed to say retarded, but this is so fucking dumb. Grant, so sorry your fake internet girlfriend is sleeping with the guy she accused of rape and abuse again, and not you. I know how hard you simped, posted, lied, and deleted posts for her. And all while Wendy is kicking you out for being a freeloading slob. How dare they, Krusty? Krusty, first of all, calling someone a freeloader. Pot, meat, kettle. Second of all, I don't know why people are dumb enough to instantly jump on the wagon. Oh, Aiden is back, fucking Lindsay. Are you really believing he's that stupid? As I said earlier, he has made some bad decisions with his small brain instead of the big brain. But he's not that dumb. Come on, people. But I see people everywhere in every chat you go into. Well, I heard he's sleeping with Lindsay again. I think that's another division tactic that people who are trying to divide instead of unite, like I am. I am a uniter. United is the greatest football team in the world. But Krusty is apparently really good at getting people on board believing everything she puts out there because people want to believe that Aiden is a bad guy. So now they believe that Aiden is fucking Lindsay again. I think a lot of people need to just calm down a little bit. Don't be a Krusty. Don't believe the crust. Never trust the crust. Because everything she puts out there is 110% unadulterated BS. That's but she's an effective marketing. The McAlberts are actually having a better PR team in Krusty than whoever is the ones trying to help Karen fundraise money. That's the horrible truth of it. Because Krusty is good enough that she can reach across the aisle and make people on this side believe that Aiden is doing all kinds of things. So maybe people should, maybe Karen Reed should hire Krusty to run her PR like the McAlberts did. So yeah, I don't know, maybe. Did she look thinner? She didn't look pregnant like the last time, and I don't know what it is. Anyone remember the California raisins with the big sunglasses? My brother had some cartoons of them back in the 80s. Anyone remember those? They were like a raisin, and then it had these weird thin legs. Because she has such a big upper body and skinny legs, uh, she just looks like she's about to tip over. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's also 6 feet tall, probably should be thin. Well, I'm 6 feet tall and I'm not thin. But she has these weird skinny legs, and she is I don't are you no bow-legged is if it's they go out. We call them calf-legged if they go the knees turn inside. So when she comes down the steps, she just looks like she's about to tumble over. Maybe I should call her the California raisin instead of the manatee. Still, her best work was when she was an understudy for the hippos in Fantasia. Talking about hippos, I need to get to the gym and get some breakfast first. My 1 hour stream has now lasted an hour and 15 minutes, so I have done my duty. You go do your duty and go to bed. Everyone, don't let them make you choose who you like and who you don't like. You can love whoever you love. Love is love. Na 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 na. And we started with a song, we ended with a song. Bukaki, ethical violations, in my opinion. Aiden and Cosgrove, the love story that never ends. Oh, I wanted to talk about Billy Bush and him implying that Aiden and Karen had sexual energy, but that was so dumb. I got, oh, I was supposed to end this. I don't know if you watched the Billy Bush interview today. Um, in the end, he talked about there's something there. I threw up a little bit in my mouth. That tells you that he's not watching anything. I really got. I really. I, I, I thought that was such a stupid statement to just come in there and say, "Well, there's some sexual energy between you. That's why you can't make it work." I I thought it was again. You can be. I'm always making the jokes that ladies, please send me your titlets in the DMs. Um, it's not working, so everyone knows it's a joke. But I think, especially with the tension that has been going on for over 2 months now, that has destroyed an entire movement. Making statements like that, it's I don't know if it's that hey, I'm just gonna be a little bit edgy and that's gonna be fun and um, I I think it was stupid. I really thought that was stupid. But again, it's some maybe he said it because he knew it would be clipped and all of us would be talking about it. He'll get some more views on it. Um, I don't know. I just felt that was unnecessary, but it's also because I don't really give 2 cents about who you want to be banging. It's your problem. As long as it's age appropriate and consensual, it's not my problem. If it's not, then it's our problem. But I think it's such a dumbing down of the conversation that, well, isn't it just because she's a little moist and you're a little hard? It just takes away all the seriousness. And I think we are old. We are not teenagers. We can put that part aside where we're thinking boobies and we can be responsible adults. I was really I was really disappointed. I've never watched much of him. I've watched some clips here and there, but I thought that was so stupid. I really because they had just had a really good conversation about why there is this rift between Aiden and Karen, and then to end it on a, well, isn't it just sexual tension? Yes, it's reductive. It's it, it's just confirming all of those stereotypes people have. They can only think about tits and ass, tits and ass. Don't talk about that. It's clear there is a divide because they have two strong personalities, and one of them didn't find the other one beneficial anymore. And hey, life is life, and it goes on. So yeah. Um, I didn't like seeing that because I think it's reducing a kind of serious issue to just tits and ass. And I don't mind tits and ass, but everything has its place, and tits and ass doesn't have its place in that conversation. But talking about tits and ass, I am gonna go work on my chest at the gym. Love y'all. See y'all. Get some sleep, y'all.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
I know English is your second language, but you don't word
It's
your
my
questions
third,
carefully.
but I'm still better at it than you. You are
The most important people.